Even when we cannot perceive it, the planet remains perpetually in motion. The idea of plate tectonics depicts the Earth's surface as a collection of floating plates that slowly move across a molten core, altering the land masses of the globe over millions of years. Plate tectonics is a leisurely process, whereas landslides are natural disasters in which large sections of the Earth break apart and cascade to the ground. They're aided by the pull of gravity and are typically triggered by an event such as an earthquake. A number of the deadliest landslides in history were wholly unforeseen disasters that killed hundreds of citizens and caught them completely off guard. The majority of landslides occur on sloped surfaces because they require gravity to gain momentum and slide to the ground. These occurrences can be exceedingly lethal. Unfortunately, landslides are a regular cause of death in many parts of the world, particularly around mountains, hills, and volcanoes. The worst landslides in human history were capable of claiming thousands of lives in an instant, and millions of people continue to reside in landslide-prone areas. This list includes the most catastrophic landslides in history, as well as the destruction they caused. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the scariest landslides, rockfalls, and avalanches. Yeah, you heard it right. 1920 earthquake and landslides in Haiwan. The 1920 Haiwan earthquake generated a staggering 675 significant landslides across the Gansu province. The landslides occurred during the bloody Chinese Civil War, which eclipsed the natural tragedy significantly. It is unknown how many people were killed by the landslides versus the earthquake itself. However, around 200,000 people perished as a result of the calamity. 1999 Vargas tragedy. A severe rainstorm in the Venezuelan state of Vargas prepared the groundwork for one of the deadliest landslides in recorded history. Rain battered the slopes of Sierra de Avila, triggering thousands of landslides that devastated adjacent villages. Authorities had difficulty confirming the number of fatalities because many remains were buried beyond the limit of recovery or pushed out to the sea by isolated floods. Although just approximately 1,000 bodies were found, an estimated 30,000 people perished. This region of the country is noted for its rather frequent landslides. This specific landslide is distinguished from others by the massive devastation of the Vargas tragedy. The 1949 Kite Rock Slide. A colossal statue of a mourning woman stands at the site of one of the deadliest landslides in human history. The landslide was triggered by an earthquake in the mountains above the city of Kite in the Yarich Valley. The entire city, along with adjacent towns and villages, was consumed by massive moving mass of earth. Death toll estimates vary in part because of the secrecy of the Soviet authorities, although locals estimate the number to be approximately 28,000. 1970 Yungay landslide. The Yungay landslide is actually the result of three distinct natural catastrophes. The Huascaran earthquake was the deadliest in Peruvian history, and it triggered a series of earthquakes that left the region in disarray. Possibly, Yungay, a rural village with a population of 25,000, suffered the most. A glacier on the side of Mount Huascaran, directly above Yungay, had been fractured by the earthquake. This occurrence qualifies as both a landslide and an avalanche, as a massive quantity of rock and ice tumbled downhill. All of Yungay was buried, leaving roughly only 350 people alive. Astonishingly, 300 of those 350 were children saved by a kind clown. When the earthquake struck, the clown was likely entertaining the youngsters, and he escorted them all to a circus tent located on higher ground. Today, the village of Yungay only exists as a mass graveyard, and the surrounding area is littered with handmade tombstones for the victims of this tragic disaster. 1985 Armero tragedy. The Armero tragedy refers to the effects of the Nevado del Ruiz stratovolcano eruption in Tolima, Colombia. Several glaciers on the mountain's summit melted as a result of the eruption, creating a natural phenomenon known as a lahar. Lahars are a form of mudflow landslide made up of a variety of boulders and volcanic material, and they can travel at rates of up to 20 feet per second. This fast landslide caught local settlements, especially Armero, by surprise. Approximately 20,000 of the town's 29,000 citizens were killed, with more deaths occurring in neighboring towns. After rescue crews were unable to extricate 13-year-old Omeira Sanchez from her collapsed home, she came to embody the tragedy's sorrow. Her legs were pinned underwater for 3 days before she succumbed to her wounds. During this time, she consented to an interview, ate snacks, and drank beverages handed to her by rescue crews, and even sang to those attempting to save her. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.